Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is Sunday, September 20th. I was feeling a little bit discouraged today and I figured I'd pick up the camera and kind of share a little bit of what's going on. So I had woken up really early this morning with the intention of going to church. And it was just one of those mornings, as soon as my eyes had opened, I was in excruciating pain. I mean, I was in so much pain, like, it felt like I had just had the surgery all over again, and it was just, like, excruciating and crazy. I did try to lay down again because I was in so much pain, but that didn't help, and I just realized, you know what, I have to get up and do something and actually take something for the pain, because it was definitely not going to just go away on its own, and I was not able to get comfortable to go back to sleep or anything like that. Obviously, it's very difficult for me to get out to church right now, given the pandemic situation and being immunocompromised and being post-operative. So my goal at the moment is to physically attend church once by the end of 2020. That is my goal. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, and I'm trying to be flexible with it and be okay with if I can't achieve it, but I'm hopeful that I will be able to do this. It's just something that I would really like to do, but until then I am attending church online. It's just not the same, but anyways, so I just figured I would share that. You know, I mean, just with chronic illness, life doesn't always go how we plan, unfortunately, but that's okay. We, you know, keep moving forward anyways. So I figured too, I actually have something exciting going on tomorrow, so I figured I'm going to do a little bit of vlogging about it. So I'm doing, as you all know, several Bible studies, one of which is this amazing book called Matchless. And I get to attend like a Zoom Bible study for it, and it's like you get to actually interact with people, and it's like so like social. You know, like I feel like sometimes I've kind of been like in this chronic illness bubble, and like I have like obviously some interaction with people, but this is just like made me feel like so normal last week, and it was just like the coolest thing ever, because I've actually never been able to actually attend, like physically attend a Bible study before, and I'm usually now like helping out and leading, which I absolutely love, but I don't always get like filled up the same way. I don't want to say that. Not that I don't get filled up. You just get filled up differently from leading, because that's just how I feel. But it's just, it was so exciting to actually like attend this and like be with other ladies. So I'm super excited about that tomorrow. So we have worship, and then like we get to watch the video that goes with the book, and then like we get to discuss the book. So Sadie and I are going to, and Abby, because she's actually taken a nap, we're going to be reviewing the week that they're going to be on, because I'm actually doing this study in a small group on Facebook with one of my old Proverbs 31 volunteer. And then I'm doing it with my old small group leader with her church, which is the Zoom one, which I'm so excited about. And that's it. I don't know why I said it that way. That makes it sound like that I'm doing it with so many other people. And then like the lady that I mentored a couple months ago, she's going to be joining us. So she was in my small group. So it's like kind of cool to see like the different ladies and like how we've been connected, and like just how God's moved in our lives and how he continues to move, and how like even though we've been called to serve in different aspects of the ministry, how we're still like knit together and still studying the word together like when we can. So it's just super cool, and I'm super excited. So they're on week 2, so I'm going to review week 2, and then I am myself on week 4, so I'm also going to do my work for today. So I'll see you guys soon.
Here we go again, my mind racing, and I can't seem to wait. All these crazy thoughts and feelings, it's like it never ends until your voice.
guys. So it is Tuesday, September 22nd. I had initially planned on vlogging yesterday after Bible study. However, the past 2 nights I just haven't been sleeping good, and Sunday and Monday I woke up in excruciating pain with my abdomen. So yeah, I just didn't get a chance to vlog like I had planned, and stuff didn't go as planned this morning. I was just super tired, super weak, lots of symptoms. So I felt somewhat, I'm like really tired, but like I felt like I could potentially vlog. So that's what we're doing, and it just happens to be after a shower, so pardon the way I look, but we're just gonna go with it, to be honest. I wrote down some notes because I just feel like I'm all over the place lately, and this is just gonna help because there are like a couple specific things that I wanted to talk to you all about. So I just figured I would tell you a little bit like about the Bible study event, like how it was set up, and then just a little bit about what we studied this week. And if you all like this type of vlog, let me know. I'm gonna like try it out, do a couple like this, and we'll just see what you all think. So like when you like log on and stuff, of course, like they give everybody time to get there. So like everybody just kind of like chats and stuff, and I'm kind of a little bit quiet because obviously I don't know a lot of people because this is my small group leaders church, and it's a couple states away. So it's just like I like to just listen and observe everybody because I am a little bit quieter when I don't know people. And then what's really, really awesome is they have worship. This week I didn't know most of the songs, but it's just nice like to listen and stuff. I just find it very like comforting and uplifting. I've been listening to a lot more worship music lately, and it's just really awesome. So, and then we watched the Matchless video, which was, I think, like 10 minutes this week, and it's by the author Angie Smith, and she's really awesome. I really just like how honest and down-to-earth she is. Like last week, she started the video with, you know what, I don't even know if this Jesus guy is real. And it's kind of like, hello, come again? You're writing a Bible study, honey. So, like, but she's right, like, doesn't everybody have doubts? You know what I mean? So like I really like how honest and authentic she is and transparent. Like there obviously I don't adore everything she does. Like she's one of my favorite authors. So like if I'm like ranking them, she'd be like a favorite here, and then there's a couple above her, you know? Like some things she says and I'm like, yeah, no. But for the most part, like I learn a lot from her. I hope that made sense. So we watched the video like for the upcoming week, and then when we break off into like our breakout rooms and like our small groups, we discuss what we read from the week before. So last week we just like talked about the introduction and stuff like that. This week we discussed week 1, and we watched the video for week 2. So I am pretty ahead. I was supposed to review stuff from week 1. I reviewed everything for week 2 the night before, which totally didn't help, obviously, but that's totally okay. I was able to kind of, you know, like keep up still anyways. And I did get a lot out of the Bible study, so it was really awesome. So I just figured I'm going to like walk you all through a little bit of what we went over in week 1. So it was very Old Testament focused, which is really great. The Old Testament is so valuable and important. And I think for any proper New Testament study, you do need an understanding of the Old Testament. So I found that really helpful, and I think it's really great, especially because you need to consider that any Bible study, you're going to have a broad variety of Christians. You have people who really don't know God at all, which I've noticed in Bible studies. It's crazy sometimes how, like, that they're not even really a Christian. They're just kind of checking it out. And then, like, though, you do have to think of the seasoned, mature Christian as well. So first, she talked about, of course, the garden, which, you know, this is a story that I feel like I'm super familiar with. I grew up in church, attended church, you know, from the time I was born, basically. So this is a story that I'm obviously very familiar with. I mean, this story is even taught in secular schools, like, so, but even though it's so familiar to me, and it's so easy to kind of like block it out when stuff is really familiar. Sometimes we do that and we don't even notice from a psychological standpoint. So So I do feel like I actually got something out of this section, which I am always super pleased with, because it challenges me then enough in my faith. And sometimes I'll like read a book and it's like, I feel like I don't get anything out of it. And that can be a little bit frustrating. So I'm really pleased that I'm getting something out of it. I feel like I gained a much deeper understanding of sin from the way that Angie explains it, because she explains it, it's not just like a mistake, but like she breaks it down like biblically, which really helped me. And then one of the questions that stood out to me from week 1 came from day 1, and I figured I would share it with you all because like it really made me stop and think and really process stuff. And it's a question that I've decided to like pray through and really think through, which I think is going to be valuable and really helpful in maturing further as a Christian and as a believer. So the question is phrased like this. Describe the way you would answer the question, where are you in terms of trusting and believing God? So I think that's a really awesome question for y'all to like just think about. So the other stories that like we went over were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then we did Joseph and Moses. And one of the things that I really loved in this section that she had pointed out, and this has come up like in several of the studies that I'm doing at the moment, and it's so valuable and important, that you don't need to understand every detail in a passage that you read in scripture. The Lord's going to give you the understanding that you need in order to move forward now. And every time that you read a passage, you're going to gain a fresh new revelation, hopefully. At least that should be, you know, your prayer and your hope, your intent. So I feel that's so important, because I feel like as humans sometimes like we get frustrated and caught up with, okay, like I don't understand like this really tiny detail, so I just like throw out the whole thing. And that's not how it works. Like, okay, I might not understand like this or that. I can research it to, you know, gain a better understanding. I can ask a mentor or ask another Christian. I could ask Google, get Google's opinion. Or I could just leave it, like if it's not a valuable detail that I don't need to understand at the moment, it's okay if I don't fully understand it, and I can just move forward with the information that I do understand. And the Lord will use that information that you do understand in a pretty amazing way, which is really awesome. So, and then we went over the journey to the promised land, and then prophets, judges, kings, and the coming king, which is Jesus. So those were like all the titles for each day. So this book, I think I showed you all, is broken. I did show you guys. It's broken down into different days. So it's like day 1 you do Monday, day 2 is Tuesday. So that's kind of how it's set up. So I just read you all like kind of like the titles of each day. So, and it was really interesting, like just to be able to sit down and discuss this like face to face, because I haven't really ever done that before, to actually sit down and discuss a passage in a Bible study face to face with other women and like get their opinions on everything and just like listen to how they process stuff, which was really interesting. And one of the words that kept coming up like when we were discussing stuff was intentional. So I really just felt like the Lord nudging my heart, like, you know, you gotta listen to what's going on here. Like, there's a reason I'm bringing up this word. I'm intentional about this word, intentional here. So I just really feel like that personally where I'm at, that I need to be more intentional in my relationship with Christ. And I feel like, honestly, as humans, we can always be more intentional. There's always room for growth. And I just really feel like I have to be intentional with keeping him first in my life, which can be really challenging, y'all, with chronic illness. I mean, it is just such a battle and a struggle sometimes. I need to remember that just because I can't do my quiet time some days the way that I have it pictured in my head and the way I want to, doesn't mean that I can't still keep Christ first, and I can still be intentional in other ways. Just because I can't, you know, like say do verse mapping, that's okay. I can just listen to worship music. So having that flexibility, but still being really intentional about, you know, spending that time with the Lord. And then I just feel like I want to be more intentional in my quiet time, my study time, and my worship time, which I've begun like having a better like evening routine, which is really helping that. So let me know, y'all, like what you thought of this video in the comments. I'm really excited to be doing a video like this. I'm hoping to do a couple more like this, and then kind of we'll see if it sticks. If it's something you guys are interested in and I enjoy doing, then there'll be more to come. So I'll see you all soon.